What up? It's the cool kid, Noah B. And tonight we got a special guest for Feature Friday. This is somebody who's been putting in work for years now, from being born in Kentucky and growing up in Pontiac to eventually making Lansing home. He spent decades sharpening his craft while balancing a family, career, and working with the youth. Some of y'all may recognize him as our recent 517 Spotlight artist, and after getting to know more about his story, I felt like it was only right to bring him on Feature Friday and dive a little bit deeper. After a major house scare, he made the decision to stop putting his dreams on hold and fully pursue them. Now he's pushing his latest album, Multifaceted, a project inspired by real-life thoughts, emotions, and experiences. We got C-Rock the Truth live in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Thank you for taking the time to, pull up and do this interview.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
The first question I wanted to ask you, and I ask every artist this question because I feel like it gives a really good insight of who these people are and, just who you are as a person and stuff like that. But who is C-Rock the Truth, and what does that name represent to you personally?
So C-Rock the Truth, the artist, is a man who represents the people. My artistry comes from, I grew up in the old school hip hop, the KRS Ones, the Rakims, the PEs, Public Enemy. These artists come out and they talk about real life things, the real life scenarios, and they want to uplift the people. So C-Rock the Truth, the artist and the man, is one of those people who are just trying to uplift the people and try to do what I can for the community and our youth, and trying to bring awareness. So
let's go back to the beginning. Now, you were born in Kentucky.
Yes.
And you spent your early years in Pontiac and then eventually made your way to Lansing.
Absolutely.
What was that journey like growing up?
That journey was fantastic, actually. So when I was growing up in Kentucky, I was in Kentucky. I lived with my aunt until I was like 6 years old because my mom was away at college. So once my mom graduated college, she came home and we decided to move to Pontiac, Michigan. My grandmother moved up here first, so we followed behind. Okay. So we moved to Pontiac. That's primarily where I went through all my grade school at, in Pontiac, Michigan. After I graduated high school in Pontiac Northern High School, I moved up here to Lansing and went to LCC. And then went from LCC to Davenport University, where I graduated from.
That makes me want to ask you, like, what kind of kid were you growing up?
Oh man, I was I was a good kid, right? I was a good kid. I was able to have a mother who stayed on top of me and made sure that I was going to do the right things all the time. I had a stepfather who stepped in, and he didn't have to be a stepdad to me, but he came in as stepdad. He's been my real dad my whole life. And
I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to actually bury him tomorrow. So
my condolences.
Yeah, no doubt. But he's definitely a strong individual. My mother is a strong individual. They both were heavily influential on me. They taught me the ropes and showed me the guidelines, how to keep myself out of the system. I've never been in jail, never been none of that, right? So, I've had very good upbringing, and I'm very proud of that,
Sounds like you had discipline.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm the opposite of what these rap artists try to portray today. Like, they want to come out and it's cool to go to jail. It's cool to do, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not cool.
Do you think that's a reflection of parenting?
Absolutely.
What do you think about old school parenting versus the parenting we see today?
Old school parenting is more hands-on, right? It honestly is more hands-on.
Switch.
You're right. Absolutely right. Yeah. Absolutely right. And today's parenting, I feel like, for one thing, society has changed.
Yes.
Totally. And I can talk about this forever. We can go back to like the crack epidemic and how that changed our communities, and how the parents are now outside of the household and really not caring about what the kids are doing. The kids are raising themselves. So if we could get back to actually raising our kids and the parents, having two parents households, then I think our communities will be a lot better. And we loved each other in our community. We can go to our neighbor's house and ask for sugar and this, that, and the other. In today's world, most people don't even know their neighbors. They don't even talk to their neighbors. They come outside and they may wave of them, but they don't want to get to know them or interact with them.
I think that's a great point because community. I don't think we have a sense of community like it was before. I was born in '98, but even like you said, I could go to my neighbor's house and ask for a cup of sugar. We're all playing outside and the neighbors see you doing something you're not supposed to. Hey, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Absolutely.
Where now it's like everybody, the blinds are closed. They're kind of minding their own business. And also with discipline, it's like the parents, they're more lenient, and it feels like they want to be more of a friend than they want to be like a mentor or a leader, which has its own problems within itself, but
there's definitely a nice balance that you got to have as a parent. I don't want to say being a friend, but you have to be a parent first, and you have to make sure that the kids have boundaries.
Definitely,
There's
boundaries.
boundaries, right?
I like
if you
that.
have those boundaries, then everything else will fall in line and fall in order.
Definitely.
Right? And it's cool to have fun with your kids. Come on now. When I was younger, when we would clean up the house, Mom would put on Michael Jackson. We'd be in there moonwalking, cleaning up, doing, you know what I'm saying? Doing all types of stuff. But that didn't mean I'm her friend. Right? We still had that boundary in order, and I think most parents have to do more of that today.
What are some things from your upbringing that still stick with you today?
Oh, pretty much everything my mother instilled in me. My favorite two words are respect and integrity. Those are the two things that I stand by. As long as you have those two things, I feel like everything else will fall in line.